Have you ever run into this the way I have? Right in the middle of a job, everything is moving along nicely, and then just like that, things come to a halt. No warning, no explanation, just a quiet kind of trouble that leaves you standing there wondering what just happened. The work is half done, tools are in hand, and that smooth rhythm you had going is suddenly gone. And then comes the part that really makes you pause. Getting a new battery isn't exactly cheap, and fixing the old one somehow costs nearly half of that. So there you are, stuck between two options that both feel a bit uncomfortable, while the job in front of you is still waiting to be finished. Moments like this are exactly when staying calm matters most. And finding your way to this channel, you've made the right choice. We'll take things apart step by step, look closely at each issue, and sort it out in a way that's simple and easy to follow. And to make things more reliable, I won't just mark this faulty battery and leave it at that. I'll also plug in another backup battery that's still working normally, just to check whether the drill itself runs the way it should. Alright, so now everything is clear. The real issue isn't with the drill at all, it's the battery that's causing the problem. And just to keep things transparent, I'll also mark the backup battery that's still working normally, so there's no confusion or doubt about anything being swapped. And to add a second layer of confidence, I'll use the dedicated charger to run another check. With the battery I marked as faulty, I'm not seeing any sign that it's taking a charge. As for the backup battery marked as good, the result is completely the opposite. It charges just fine. We'll use that as our reference for what a proper, successful result should look like moving forward. First step, we'll remove the outer plastic casing of the battery to take a look inside and see if anything's gone wrong. Think back for a moment. Have you ever left the battery charging for too long and forgotten to unplug it? Or maybe it sat completely drained for days, even weeks, without being recharged? These are the kinds of small habits that don't seem like a big deal at the time, but over time they quietly wear the battery down. Add in things like frequent heavy use, heat buildup, or simply long periods of not being used at all, and it's not surprising when one day the battery just suddenly refuses to work. The homemade power boost device I'm putting together in this video is built entirely from simple, easy-to-find parts. For the main contact, I'm using the body of a rivet. It fits nicely and can connect directly to the positive and negative slots of the battery without getting in the way. As for the wiring, it's just standard electrical wire, nothing fancy. Everything here is made from common items you can easily pick up at a regular electronics store. This is an alligator clip. A small, simple tool, but incredibly useful when you need a quick and secure connection. With its spring-loaded design, it can grip onto metal contacts firmly without much effort, making it perfect for temporary connections during testing or troubleshooting. It's one of those little things that doesn't look like much, but once you start using it, you'll find it comes in handy more often than you'd expect. The power source I'm using to bring this back to life is a backup battery that's still working normally, since it provides a stable and appropriate supply. Next, I've got two metal washers. They might look simple, but they play a pretty useful role here. With their flat, sturdy shape, they help create a stable contact point and keep everything aligned when connecting the terminals. It's one of those small details that quietly makes the whole setup work more smoothly. And one thing to keep in mind, once everything is connected, check it about every 15 seconds and stop as soon as it works. Don't leave it connected for too long because that can stress the battery cells and shorten the overall lifespan of the pack. This final check has worked out as well. Now we'll just let it charge fully and then see how it performs in real use. And just like that, everything is working normally again. A small fix, a bit of patience, and we're back on track. I'll see you in the next recycling project.